Hey everyone, Avaplayer here, and today we're going to be playing the demo for MalOvent. And this has been developed by Night Fox Works, and you can find this over on itch.io. I don't know if I can have a link I didn't see anything that was not safe for work on the page, so I think I could put it on YouTube, won't have a fit? I don't know. But yeah, you can find it over there. And it's a visual novel with Mallow, everyone's favorite skull-headed SCP. So let's just get right into it. Pre-alpha version. Bugs, crashes, and other issues. Content is subject to change. Please report any issues you find to Night Fox's email. Default name for the protagonist is Henry Hart. You can change that now. Of course. Everybody. Sure. Waterfall Institute, one of the best universities when it comes to computer science and engineering. The coursework is rigorous and meant to weed out anyone not committed to or not suited for their degree. Unfortunately for me, that level of academic challenge is kicking my ass at the moment. So we're one of the people that's trying to weed out. My name is Ava Pilot Hart. I'm a junior at Waterfall Institute, and as of late, I've hit a roadblock. Despite many hours studying and meeting with my professors, my current classes are kicking my ass. The only reason I'm still barely passing is thanks to a classmate of mine, Shiwan. To be honest, she's struggling as well, but she at least understands the lectures and homework better than I do. We've been getting together at the campus library every week to brute force our way through all our assignments. The problem is that Shiwan is visiting her family in South Korea this week. Her younger brother, Jihi? I don't know, is getting married. While I wish them the best, this means my prospects of completing this week's homework are grim. It's difficult to coordinate on homework across an ocean and in drastically different time zones. Especially when Shiwan is likely drowning in all the prep work for the wedding. Someone's texting me. Speak of the devil, it's Shiwan. Hey, Ava Hullett. Wow, look at our battery. It's going crazy. Jeez. I came across this new app during my vacation and immediately thought of you. Why? What makes you think that would be good for me? Called Mallow. Should be free on the App Store. Let me know what you think. I'll be back in town able to chat in a few days. You know what the strange thing is? I've looked, well, at least on the Google Play Store, or was it Android? I don't know, whatever's on my phone. Nothing even, no one has even made anything titled Mallow at all. You think someone would have made like an augmented reality game of it, you know? That uses your camera and everything, and you can see Mallow coming from like far away, getting closer. But I don't know why someone hasn't. Or if they did, I just can't seem to find it. I just think that's weird. It's not usual she wants to send me memes and fun apps she finds. What is unusual is how my phone's battery level jumped all over the place. Hey, you mentioned it too. It's back to normal now. Must have just been a bug of some kind. Regardless, I might as well check out this Mallow app. That app icon is a little ominous, with a stylized 0 against pure black. The description of the app is interesting. For Ava Pilot, never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Mallow is an exciting interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of Mallow, you'll soon forget all those painful emotions of disappointment. Be part of the new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute. Remember, the more you participate, the more Mallow will engage you. Your experience is completely up to you. It's weird that the description has my name in it. Probably just look through your phone files. That call out about anxiety hit close to home. Thanks, Shiwan. You really know how to bury the dagger deep. Still, she recommended it. What harm is there in trying the app out? Not like the App Store allows malware. Plus, there's supposedly no ads on top of being free. That is a pretty good deal. Worst case, it'll just be some chat GPT knockoff that I can delete later. Hit the install button, set my phone aside as the app downloads, and drag myself out of bed so I can at least get something done today. Time I return from my bathroom, the phone's done installing Malo. Or so it seems. When I look through my list of app icons and shortcuts, there's nothing new. Maybe the install broke in some way? Navigate back to the App Store and try to look up the Malo app once more. Strangely, there's no longer any results in my search. Maybe I just happened to download Malo as it got pulled from the App Store for some reason. Oh well. I'm out of bed now. I might as well attempt to get some homework done. Though without Shiwan around, that's going to be challenging. And after 3 hours of beating my head against the wall, I gave up and turned to gaming. I only get an hour in before my phone chimes. Is that Shiwan again? Instead of a text, my phone's showing me a photo of the main food court of Waterfall Institute. Hey, you can see Malo way in the back. Who sent this? And why is my battery level fluctuating again? I'm about to hard reboot my phone when I notice something odd about the photo. There, between the pillars. It's something out of place. Someone's wearing some kind of animalistic skull mask. The elongated snout makes me think of canines like a dog, fox, or wolf. Quick search on my computer makes me think it's meant to be the latter. I can't make out the figure's body from this angle, and with the lighting conditions. It is vaguely humanoid, but beyond that, and the mask, I can't pick out any distinguishing features. None of the other people in this photo are giving this weirdo any attention like you might expect. The one wearing the mask is staring right at the camera too. Creepy. Either this is some kind of practical joke, or I got this picture by accident. There's no way of seeing who sent the photo, as this isn't the usual messaging app. And trying a few things, my only options are to zoom the photo and quit out. Naturally, I do the later. I also note that my battery display goes back to normal as a result. I tried Googling the battery issue, but I can't find anything concrete as to why it might be bouncing all over the place. I also note that the phone's been automatically saved into my phone's gallery. Oh well, none of my afternoon classes meet today, so I can focus on relaxing and gaming. After a quick bite to eat, I return to vanquishing orcs and collecting loot. The hours fly by. I'm only pulled out of my game when my phone chimes again. I thought I was hearing things earlier, but there's something off about my notification sound. I pick up my phone, expecting to see a text from my family, something from Shiwan, or an email. We're up, there's Malo. Instead of any of that, I'm greeted by another mysterious photo. This time it's one of the quads on campus, specifically between 4 of the major lecture halls. Sure enough, the person in the wolf mask is there too. They're closer to the camera than the first picture, but they're still far away to be obscured. Again, no one else in the photo seems to notice or care about them. As the saying goes, once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action. If I get another photo like this, I'll know that there is something far more serious than someone sending to the wrong number. For now I quit out, shake my head to clear my thoughts, then get up from my desk to fix dinner. After scarfing down my meal, it's right back to my computer. Mess around online until 11 p.m., at which point I turn everything off, get ready for bed. My phone makes a noise the instant my head hits the pillow. Could it be... Oh, there's Malo playing peekaboo. Damn it, another photo. Recognize the location as the 3rd floor of the university's main library. That's where Shiwan and I usually study together in one of the meeting rooms. The picture doesn't show set rooms, but does have the wolf skull individual again. You're peeking out from behind one of the stacks of books, as if they were playing hide and seek. At this point, I have to face reality. There's no I accidentally hit the button. Someone's deliberately sending me these photos, but why? If it's an elaborate prank, then it has stopped being the fun kind. Are they trying to unnerve or threaten me into doing something? Could whomever they are be a stalker? Wouldn't be the first time something like this has happened at Waterfall. The universe has an interesting history, to say the least, but none of that helps me now. Now I have to decide what to do. Rather, assess what I can do about this. There's no phone number to block a report, which is what I'd normally do in this kind of situation. My only lead is that the Malo app could be related in some way. How would you put 2 and 2 together? Well, I mean, the picture did come after you downloaded it. I guess that would be a good reason. I checked the list of apps on my phone. Nothing. No sign of Malo. Maybe I should back up my data, then fully reset my phone. Uh-oh. We have choices. Save. Save 2 saves. I don't know why. Factory reset. The chance that resetting my phone won't do anything, but I have to try. An hour later, I have just like new phone. However, the mysterious images are still in my gallery. How do those photos survive a factory reset? Sighing, I set my phone aside, pull up the covers, try to get some sleep. It takes a bit for me to nod off, but once I do, I get a blissful 7 hours of rest. I should have picked the other option. I'm woken in the morning by my phone's alarm. When I go to silence it, I'm greeted by an unwelcome image. Yep, that's the student lounge where I sometimes nap between classes. And guess who's in one of the mini cubicles looking right at the camera again with glowing red eyes? Guess resetting my phone absolutely did nothing. Damn it. Swipe with the disturbing photo and stare at my home screen. You know what? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go to load. I think I gotta don't reset my phone. Malo app is on my phone, truly hidden. It's like that it has a way of surviving a factory reset. That would make resetting my phone a massive waste of time. I'll have to brainstorm other options. Okay. Thing. Same exact thing. Swipe with the disturbing photo and stare at my home screen. Why is this happening to me? What am I supposed to do? That's why I noticed a notification from my news app. Auto flags tech articles with the local news outlet so I can keep up with current events. Come over the news app and open it up. Alert, app malware steals bank accounts. I'm greeted with an article about some people's bank accounts being compromised. What stands out immediately is that all 20 of the affected people downloaded a new app the previous day. And like the Malo app, this one disappeared from the store and showed no signs of being installed. The article goes on to list out the damages and thousands of dollars. My accounts get hit too? Rush over to my computer and check my bank. I don't trust my phone at this point. After frantically typing in my username and password, I breathe a sigh of relief. All my money is where it should be. That's not much of it left over from my internship, but it's still there. Just to be on the safe side, I make sure two-factor authentication. Yeah, okay. For some reason, it doesn't sound right coming off my tongue. It's set to use methods other than the ones involved in my phone. Those change my reset questions so they aren't guessable. There's not much else I can do on that front. Or at least I know to watch my account for any suspicious activity. Speaking of suspicious activity, something's not adding up. Why would she want to recommend such a malicious app? I should ask her about it. Hey, why did you recommend the Malo app to me yesterday? She has no idea what I'm talking about. Yesterday? I didn't text you yesterday. Look at the history. It's right there. I was busy with prep for the wedding. You sure no one got a hold of your phone? No one but me has touched my phone. How did I get these messages? Forgot I have to click after each text bubble. Don't know. That's really weird. Those aren't in my message log. Okay, never mind. All I can tell you is that I didn't send those. Dun dun dun. What's this Malo app thing? Did you download it? Unfortunately, yes. Long story. When will you be back? Forgot to push the button again. Not until the 9th. Why? Are you in trouble? Maybe, maybe not. It'll all be an elaborate prank by some hacker. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the wedding. I hope I didn't freak Shiwan out. I probably should have thought things through instead of replying off the cuff. Oh well, can't do anything about it now. Same goes with the wolf skull issue. I have an 8 o'clock class coming up. I have to be there, even if I don't understand half the lecture material. Sure enough, I'm lost and copying notes blindly within 20 minutes. I'll just have to hope I'm able to decipher things with Shiwan's help when she gets back. The main issue is the sheer amount of material being presented in the 2-hour lecture. Add on that it's a GTA presenting, and not the usual professor, and the whole situation is a losing battle. Speaking of losing battles, my phone dings. I feel like I already know what it's going to be. When I glance at the screen, I see the food court once more. Sure enough, the wolf skull is present, but something's changed. Instead of the vaguely humanoid shape they've been up to this point in all the photos, they have a mostly defined body. They're still partially made of shadow, but the curves of the body indicate that they're a woman. She doesn't have the red eyes of the last photo, which is slightly better for my psyche. Yeah, she does. Oh, maybe those are yellow. How do you feel about this changed situation? Slightly better, I guess. Kind of an ego boost that a girl is interested enough in me to go this far. Still, acting like a stalker and taking this possible prank too far is a bit much. Nothing I can do about it for the moment. And even worse, I've lost the thread of the lecture in the minute or so I spent staring at my phone. I try to resume taking notes, but I can't focus. That's why phones shouldn't be allowed in class. Between the course material flying over my head and the most recent picture, I just can't concentrate. I end up surfing the net, trying to find if anyone else out there has experienced something similar with the Malo app or a stalker like this. See, if you weren't on your phone, you would understand what's going on. I waste time in that fashion until the lecture comes to an end. And that'll be all. Professor Barwell is still on the leave of absence due to familial emergencies. So the exam schedule for next week will be postponed. In its place, we've already given you an extra assignment to cover that gap in the syllabus. Great. Shiwan and I are going to be scrambling even more when she gets back from her trip. For now, I pack up my things and head to my next lecture. To get there, I have to pass through the same quad that was in the second photo sent to me. As I pass through, I'm constantly looking around trying to spot someone watching or following me. Nothing, and no one stands out despite me keeping my head on a swivel. My nerves are fraying a bit by bit. I can only hope my next class can distract me. This lecture goes much better, as it's an out-of-major elective I took on a whim. Sure, the professor has an accent thicker than tar, but I can actually follow his rants and modern media in relation to this classics. It's a nice palate cleanser after the deluge of nonsense I endured earlier in the morning. By the time things warm up, I'm in a far better mood. There's a gap in my schedule where I can grab lunch and relax for an hour before I have another in-major hell to suffer through. I swing by the main food court, though not merely for food. I want to see if I can figure out where the wolf skull photos were taken from. Failing that, I could try asking some of the employees in the background of those pictures if they saw anything. A few minutes of searching, and I think I know the general area where the camera must have been to snap those photos. That leads me to asking around to see if someone remembers seeing Wolf Skull Girl. It being lunchtime doesn't help the food court workers' moods when I try asking them about and showing them the photos. More than once, I'm told to fuck off and quit holding up the line. Even when a rare employee does give me the time of day, they don't remember seeing anyone matching that description. I give up asking around before the entire food court thinks I'm insane. I wonder if Wolf Skull Girl, or whomever is behind her, is photoshopping themselves into otherwise normal photos. I won't know for sure, so I get more photos as points of comparison. For now, I grab some food and go outside to eat. Right as I toss my trash into a can, that terrible sound comes from my pocket. Well, shit. I'd recognize that lecture hall anywhere, especially after spending my morning in it. place is completely empty, meaning my tormentor is the only one in the scene. Does this mean they're tracking me somehow? Or is it coincidence that they picked somewhere I've been recently? Not like I can ask them even if I wanted to. I can't just smash or ditch my phone, as much as that might solve my problems. Some of the internships I applied to recently have a more old-fashioned process. That means I need to be able to answer my phone instead of going through email or virtual meetings. I also don't have enough money to buy a new phone even if I wanted to. Ugh, today sucks. Really, really sucks. And it's only going to get worse when my next class starts. By the time that lecture finishes, my brain is completely fried. At this point, I've run out of fucks to give about pretty much everything. I'd go fucking shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. The only cure is making something nice for dinner at home and vegging for the rest of the evening. By the time my phone goes off again, I've barely recovered enough energy to care to look at the screen. Huh? Wolf Skull Grill is in Central Park. I occasionally take walks there, but I haven't been there since last week. Good for her. Now, if only she would leave me the hell alone. The remainder of my day is a complete wash. I end up climbing into bed feeling utterly defeated by the world. I debate whether to leave my phone on or not. I can't get pictures and my phone is off. You sure about that? I'll leave it on. I could turn my phone off. I doubt it matters in the long run. All I'd accomplished is delaying what feels like the inevitable at this point. Hopefully, Wolf Skull Girl won't bury me in photos while I'm out. My dream, really a nightmare, is of running from Wolf Skull Girl across a dark cornfield. I break in a cold sweat a few minutes before my alarm would usually go off. When I check my phone, there's a photo waiting for me, of course. Looks like she's in the main computer lab now. Any computer science major would recognize the Emporium. For one, she's not looking directly at the camera. Instead, her side is turned as she focuses on a computer screen. What is she doing on that computer, though? Maybe we're gonna have like an email? I'm overly curious what she could be doing. Set my phone down and start my morning ritual. When I return to grab it, entirely new photos on my phone screen. Fuck, that's right outside of my apartment. Well, I guess she is stalking you. Rush over to the window and carefully peek out of the curtains. There's no one on the street where this photo could have been taken. He has to be tracking me somehow. There's no doubt in my mind now. I turned off my phone for good, but all that would do is cut me off from any family, friends, or employers trying to contact me. I can't talk to Shiwan about it while she's away. I can't go to the police, they wouldn't believe me. And yet I have to do something or I'll go insane. Good thing I don't have any classes today, otherwise a furniture barrier I make against my front door would be an issue. Wolf Skull Girl won't be getting through that pile of stuff, unless she's a ghost or comes in through a second-story window. Still, it takes me some time to calm down long enough to handle breakfast. My phone deliberately lays out of reach. I dread even looking at it looking in its general direction. I'm on edge. So on edge, in fact, that I let out a high-pitched yelp when my phone goes off. Please don't be another photo. Please. Pacemaker firmware corruption leads to 1 dead. Ooh. God, it's just a news article notification. Is it? On the surface, it reads like your average medical mishap report where someone's pacemaker broke and they ate dirt. The troubling thing is that the breakdown occurred due to the pacemaker's firmware being corrupted. Firmware shouldn't randomly corrupt like that. And why would firmware be on a pacemaker? I mean, I guess I can understand why you would have... pacemaker... Yeah, because I think nowadays pacemakers are set up to be, like, online or something so you can check, or your doctors can check it and stuff randomly. Make sure you're okay. If someone's running an update that failed, then maybe, but otherwise firmware stays, well, firm. As the news article points out, only certain devices are authorized to communicate with something like a pacemaker. The unauthorized device also has to be in close proximity to the pacemaker. You couldn't update the thing from across the room. What stands out is that the only such device capable of such found in the victim's room was their phone. All that's happened to me since downloading Mallow, can't help but wonder. Could another mysterious app be behind this death? Is this death somehow related to the financial theft in the news yesterday? Even more to the point, if everything is related, what does that mean for me? Questions. All I have are questions and paranoia. Lots of paranoia. Getting to the point where I'm Googling the signs of schizophrenia and nervous breakdowns in the hopes that all this isn't real. Because if it's real, I can't finish that sentence. I shudder at the thought. This has to be a prank gone too far, right? I'm nobody. No one. I have nothing of value, no connections to anyone important. Why target me? My mind is racing. My heart feels like it could burst out of my chest. I can't focus on anything. Adrenaline has me stuck in fight or flight mode. I nearly throw my phone out the window when it dings again. Thank God, she's not outside of my apartment any longer. She's back in the student lounge, albeit far more prominent than before. Her red eyes have returned as well. Maybe I should reconsider turning off my phone. I'd miss any important texts or calls. At this point, isn't my sanity more important? Nah. I'll leave it on. I get the feeling that, one way or another, Wolf Skull Girl is going to make herself known. Getting pictures for her might be what keeps her from escalating. I get the feeling that somehow, probably through the damn Mallow app, she's able to tell if I'm seeing them. If that's the case, I can't just turn off my phone. That would just make things worse. Still, I should try and do something to break these spiraling thoughts. I turned to gaming in my office for the time being. In your office? You mean your bedroom? Takes a few hours, but I'm able to relax and pretend like nothing's wrong. At least until my phone goes off. Food court again. She's even closer to the camera. But she's friendly. In my imagination, or is she smiling? She can smile all she likes. I'm definitely not going to anytime soon. What does that mean? You're not going there anytime soon? Yeah. And I'm trying to remember the SCP log for this one. Isn't it like there's no cases of Mallow actually doing anything like bad to the person? It's just they just keep getting constant photos of her getting close, or well, of it getting closer to the camera, and that was it. People just like went crazy from it or something, but like she didn't like, do anything, or it. Keep forgetting, it's not a her in the. I don't think it's a her in the actual SCP. I think it's just like, yeah, a shadowy figure with a skull. But all these games make me think that Mallow's a female. I think I've seen like 6 games that has her character in it. Oh well. I return to my digital world, but my heart's not in it. I keep expecting my phone to chime in at any moment, bringing with it a new photo. Good news is I don't get another photo until after I lay down in bed. But that's also the bad news. A library again, closer to the camera too. It's definitely a smile if I've ever seen one. Kinda just looks like she has her mouth open. I mean, it's a skull. Can't really, it has no muscles to really make a smile, man. So much for sleeping soundly tonight. I don't get much sleep, but at least I don't have nightmares. Even better, there's no new pictures waiting for me when I wake up. Just a news article notification. Uh-oh. Looks like one of Professor Baywald's colleagues is in the news for an opinion piece on AI. I never met Professor Zillen in person since AI isn't my focus, but I know they do a significant amount of research at the Institute. Zillen's of the opinion that we should embrace AI, that it's a Pandora's box that can't be sealed. They go on to say that there's the potential for greatness if humanity is, as a whole, focuses on training and enhancing AI systems. They don't necessarily agree or disagree with Zillen's points. I just know that the tech field has to manage AI going forward. Again though, AI isn't my focus, so I'm not overly concerned. Someone more smarter than me can make sure HAL 9000 doesn't kill us all with pictures of poorly drawn hands. I'm about to get out of bed and get ready for my 8 a.m. class when that happens again. Oh fuck. It looks like she's inside our place. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. She's in my living room, on my couch. How the fuck did she get in here? Toss my phone aside and beeline for the baseball bat I keep next to my bed. I strain my ears as I creep out of my bedroom down the hall towards the living room. There's not a single peep. When I arrive in the room, there's no sign of anyone. Even the furniture barricade from yesterday is as I left it. Just to be on the safe side, I check my apartment top to bottom. None of the cupboards or closets hold Wolf Skull Girl. And yet, my phone rumbles from the bedroom. I should smash the fucking thing. Don't smash my phone. Jeez. Phones are not like they used to be. Man, I remember when I tried my first cell phone. I was 16, and it was it was Nokia. This thing was like a brick. It wasn't like too thick though, too big. It went in my pocket, okay. But yeah, it was, all you had to do is you went to, who did I have at the time? I can't remember the name. It starts with a C, I think. Not Singular. Was it Singular? Was that a company? It was like a really big company. It was like the biggest mobile cell phone companies because like pretty much the only ones at the time. I think it was called Singular. I can't remember. It was, you donated $50 to this charity they had and you got a free phone. So that's what I did. And I had a cell phone at 16. That was like, yeah. I have to know where this demon is. She's in my office now looking at my computer. I rush in, weapon ready to defend my pride and joy. Nothing. She's nowhere to be found. Now the bathroom? What is she doing hiding behind the shower curtain? As soon as I ask that question in my head, why is she in the bedroom now? At this point, I'm running from room to room, chasing after a ghost. Strangely, I don't flinch when I get to the next photo. At least she's staying in the bedroom now, though it's weird. Picture shows her all bundled up in the sheets, but I can clearly see that nothing on my bed has been disturbed. She looks cute in that picture. Though none of my senses can detect her, I decided to try speaking to the seemingly empty room. Look, I'm about a minute away from smashing my own head into this with this bat. What the fuck do you want from me? Why are you doing this? Please tell me. I'm begging you. Make this make sense. Help me help you. My phone makes a new noise, one I've never heard before. When I look at the screen, I see that the camera has been turned on. Wouldn't you know it, Wolf Skull Girl is right in front of me according to the live feed. She's just staring directly at me, unblinking and unmoving. So it's kind of like she's in an alternate dimension, one that's like a mirror dimension just connected to us. And you can only see him with the phone. Can you even understand me? I think she can. Her ears perked up. Okay, why are you messing with me? She points in my direction. Is there something about me? What then? My phone? What's my phone? Was it because of that app I downloaded a few days ago? Yes, it was. Are you designed to stalk people? Oh, she didn't like that. Why are you angry with me? I'm the one being harassed here. This is going nowhere. I tried turning my camera off. The app just relaunches right away. I always try pointing the camera away from the Wolf Skull Girl. She just moves to be in frame. Even when I point my camera straight up, she simply appears as if looming over me, looking downwards. This is a good time to save. Yeah. Try and touch her. Put the phone down. Swing the bat. Well, I'm a gentleman. I wouldn't do that. Putting the phone down, that could lead to more issues. I mean, you're not knowing what she's gonna do. She could attack. You don't know. try and touch. My curiosity gets the better of me. I reach out towards where she supposedly is standing. I feel nothing. Via the camera, I see that my hand phases through her as if she were a hologram. Her expression and wagging tail tells me it's some kind of effect on her, though. If I can't actually touch you, but you still react as if I can? Interesting. Are you gonna follow me around my apartment if I keep my phone on me? Yep. I see. Well, now that we've established you're harmless except for draining my phone's battery, I think I'll have something to eat. Phone in hand, I head down the hall to the kitchen. Wolf Skull Girl glides backwards as I move so that she doesn't collide with me at any point. Glides backwards? Whatever. Once I reach the dining table, I set my phone down and flick out the little standing leg on the back. Then pour myself some cereal and sit so I can see the screen. What? This? It's just food. You do understand I have to eat food, right? I tell you to make yourself comfortable, but we've established you're not tangible. She nods once more, then begins inspecting my kitchen. I can't actually open my fridge or the cabinet doors, but that doesn't stop her from sticking her head into them all the same. Watching her as I eat is strangely comical. Way better than watching some streamer while showering down. What? She points at my fridge insistently. What about my fridge? She keeps pointing. Sighing, I get up and open the door. See, there's nothing. A scent of decay hits my nostrils and fills the kitchen. I nearly gag as I pinch my nose and search for the source of the stench. The culprit turns out to be on a milk carton. It's gone bad. Very bad. Good thing I'm the type of monster that doesn't need milk to eat cereal. Good catch, Wolf Skull Girl. But how can you smell if you're not physically here? Much less through the fridge door. That'd be my answer. That's my answer to most things. Right. Let me just take this out to the trash then. Be right back. After a jaunt outside, I return to my phone. Leave phone in the bedroom. Keep the phone with me. I feel that she's gonna keep insisting I pay attention to her, like an attention-starved dog. And if the metaphor is more apt than I think, leaving her alone will just lead to more problems. Come on then, you can watch me flounder about trying to do homework. I settle into my office chair at my desk. I then angle my phone so it's perpendicular to me. Wolf Skull Girl happily inspects the space given to her as I try to focus on doing something productive. Every once in a while, I get a glance at the phone screen to check in on her. She seems content to just stand there looking at me. It's eerie, don't get me wrong. But now that I know she's harmless, it doesn't freak me out as much as it should. I'm even able to make some headway on my homework. By the time I finish, the sun's long gone down. I stretch, yawn, and look at my phone. Wolf Skull Girl is gone. Where'd she go? Pick up my phone, twirling it about so the camera can see every inch of the room. Nothing. No sign of her. Maybe she got bored and left? I shrug, pocket my phone, and head to the bathroom. After a quick shower, go to brush my teeth at the sink. That's when I see her. She's right behind me in the mirror's reflection. Help me. Congratulations on reaching the 90-hour mark. At this point, you're stuck with Malo. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this alpha version demo. The full visual novel will cover the truth behind Malo and all the twists, turns, and secrets that come with it. My hope is that you're interested enough to follow and support this project and continue dev work on it. Also check out our support on Patreon page here. Until next time, ciao. Alright, MalOvent. I liked it. It seems to be like, there's a mystery going on. Like, you don't really know, is Malo as innocent as she seems to be? I mean, it's kind of weird, especially when you're getting all these, like, news articles given to you. So, that could be part of it. All connected somehow. But it's cool. Hey, and it was all clean. I thought there was going to be some, No content maybe, but nope. Pretty awesome. I don't have to do any editing. Yay. But on that note, you all have yourselves a good one, and I will see you later.